at the end. Going for long on first and the 10. Gotta go hard, we gotta give all. No loss or excuses, cause we gotta win. They say they sleep, must not be a fan. Get at your mans and mess up your plan. Look at your stands and look at your hands. I do what I want and you do what you can. I do it for fans, you do it for fame. EA Sports, we in the game. EA. I am the coach and the player of the game.
Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Watch it now, Barney. Set. 319. 319. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Hey, boys, got 4. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll take him down at the 31-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun!
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And able to find Deshaun Hamilton complete. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. 1st down. So opening drive, 3rd down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out because everyone throws it on 3rd down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a 3-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. He'll drop to throw. And Green with a catch left side. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll make it 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Here we go now. 319.
2nd down. Here's an option right. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Detroit!
They'll look to throw. And he finds Hamilton. That's complete. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
Detroit!
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. They'll try and sneak it here. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. It's their quarterback hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are going to take a first quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And it's now a 7-0 game. Tavecchio now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. The lefty Tavecchio now to add the extra point. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Here we go now. 3-19.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Open receiver, that's David Njoku. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Set. Blue 90.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Tackled by Jordan Willis.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Gun! All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
2nd down, Mayfield. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Ryan Glasgow busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Over. Set. 3-19.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for. Now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
Green with a catch left side. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
On the screen, Bernard. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Throw left side complete. It's Gross. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. They'll set up a throw. Forced out to his left. He drops it off for Bernard. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. You know, he's already thrown for more yardage in this first quarter than he did all of last week.
And I could be snarky here and say, well, he didn't throw for a lot of yards last week. But the bottom line is he put it.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A.J. Green, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green,
Now
39.
contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction.
Gun!
Working out of the gun. Mayfield flush to his right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because This is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Set! 319! 319!
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Gone! 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 Gone!
It's our time, guys. It's our time. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
No. Check. Patriot!
Mayfield from the gun on third down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Steps away, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Back to throw here. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. With that matchup, the adjustment that was made, you have a blazing guy on a blazing guy, and defensively, he won that battle.
The closing speed is the key. When you have a guy that fast and he can close at the end of a play and knock it away, that's a big deal, and we just saw him do it right there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Mayfield now on 2nd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. The 30. The 20. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. They'll set up to throw. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. But they need to reverse the trend. The last two plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, the offense, they got the ball in a great spot, but they went nowhere. Forced him to take just the 3.
And they'll be, happy taking the 3. But those guys on the other side, they've got to be ecstatic. They didn't let them get anywhere. It made them kick a field goal. That almost feels like they got the advantage, doesn't it?
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
He had no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Detroit!
A 1st down throw for Mayfield. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Tight end right.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! Gun!
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Sheds off the tackle. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go.
A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the gun, Mayfield flushed out right. This will be caught at about the 6. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Mayfield looks to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Vontaze Burfict. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. Officially a minute 54 to go in this first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is Mark Walton. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns, as they'll talk it over here before what'll be an important 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Green. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, here's Justin Vogel on to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. And the Browns getting set to go. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. To throw, Mayfield. He's going to look deep down the field. And got his man complete. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go. 3, 9.
Now Mayfield. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Back near his goal line. Here's Mayfield. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And what is going on here? I've got 3rd down. Screen shows 3rd down, but they've got the punt team out there. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Browns on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and forever. Mayfield. That's Njoku over the middle. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. The Browns send out their punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
Lucky 56.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Here's Mayfield. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Alexander. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. 76 yards. And the Browns get a score closer. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2. Mayfield now. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. A give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll find a little space. He gets this up near the 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And that's a nice gain by him on first down, picking up some key yardage.
Detroit!
Mike, 53.
Gun!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now a carry for Walton. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Come to my world. We want it. Come to my world.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Buying time to his left. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
53, check 53. Man, that's trash. That's trash. Motion, motion.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Now let's go! 319! 319!
Here's the option going left on second down. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a third down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Hurry up, here we go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike 53.
Back to throw. And Eifert has it. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Gun! 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 Gun!
Back to throw now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. That is caught at the 7. A very solid gain of 27. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Cincinnati will kick this one off. Number 25, waiting to return.
Tavecchio now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Second down, Mayfield. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Escaping the pressure right. And avoids the contact by sliding. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football. But how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun! Detroit!
Check, go get him.
Watch him now, Barney. Hut!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
Watch tight. Tight ends
All right, now, Lucky 56. All right, here we go. Green, 30.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Darquez Denard. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
A run by Walton to begin the drive. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Single.
Hut!
Hey, check two. He runs.
Hut!
He'll drop to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Now the Bengals on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to throw here. They'll roll him out right. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. 23 yards on the play.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass, Filthy.
And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Over.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Detroit!
Now back to throw. Underneath, this is Bernard. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and very long.
Single.
Detroit!
Looking to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now. 4th quarter, you got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
4 down, check.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
57's
On 1st and 10, Mayfield got his man complete over the middle. That's Alexander. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down. And they'll go on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Hey, check Mike. Watching you 5. Watch you now, Barney.
in your face.
All right, now, lucky 56.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Levante David. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure whatever the reason is. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
All right, here we go.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Mayfield to throw it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. It's brought in by Jackson. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Gone! Now let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
Mayfield on 1st down. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
I think you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot. Excellent coverage. Didn't leave him enough room to come down inbounds, even though he did catch the football.
57's the mic.
And again, it's Mayfield. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Jordan Willis with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. The Browns send out their punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Fielded at the 20. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But, yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is. I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which is also
very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they put it all together. And I got to tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 13 yards there, offset some of the penalty yardage as it's 2nd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, But you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Green with a catch left side. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. And the Bengals on third down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is third and 10.
Gone!
We got 4.
They're going to look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach, and incomplete. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
That's Njoku over the middle. Through an opening, and there he goes. 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku, 95 yards. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. Well, they were back in the shadows of their own goalpost, and that flipped quickly.
So much for playing it safe. I mean, the conservative, easy call, run the football, take care of it, create some space, pump the ball away. But no, let's throw it. And sometimes a defense's aggressiveness is used against them because when you've got people backed up, your natural inclination is to try and really force them back, and sometimes they get burned that way.
And they got burned there. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
This one down to the edge of the red zone. Excellent job on the keeper. 20 yards and a first down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. A Cincinnati Bengals touchdown. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice game.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. To Vecchio now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time.
That's true.
That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
He's got his man. This is Doxson. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Now a second down throw for Mayfield. Pass incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
The Browns on third down. Just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This will be 3rd and 6.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
You're on an island over there. You're on an island.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. 57. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A good pickup there for the Browns. 15 yards. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. He's going to let it fly. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. A second down throw for Mayfield. And he comes back with one complete. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And my goodness, another interception. William Jackson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. What? Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to float this one deep right side. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel...
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Larry Ogunjobi able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Back to throw. And Green with a catch left side. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter what it is.
And he's going to be hit and driven into the turf. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Got his man. It's Eifert. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for third down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
On the screen, Bernard. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a third down stop by them.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Bengals, The win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they suffer their 4th loss so far. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
I sound